Well, it is Thanksgiving morning. That means it's time to start talking about celebrating. We're here with our wine expert, Kelly Ashford. Now, it might be too late to have these wines on your Thanksgiving day table, but for the next couple weeks, we will be celebrating, so they're the perfect entertaining wines. Kelly, let's go down. What do we have? Let's start with this first one.
All of these are fantastic entertaining wines, and all of these are fantastic food wines. So the first one we're going to talk about is Franciacorta. So Franciacorta is Italian champagne. It's done in the method Champenois. It's a little bit less expensive than champagne, but just as delicious. We've got a rosé that's done Saignée. Saignée means to bleed, so it's got a little bit of skin contact to it, and then it bleeds off, and that's extra delicious. We've got a local wine. So this is a Finger Lakes Riesling. If you're having people who are coming over that maybe aren't from our area, it's fun to have something like this. And Riesling from New York just sings. It's really, really cool. And then this is a Côte de Brouilly. You've probably been hearing a little bit about Beaujolais Nouveau. This is a Cru Beaujolais. So Beaujolais Nouveau is kind of not so great. This is a Cru Beaujolais, which is really, really killer.
So we got a little bit of a rundown. Now, I have a question to ask you. You know, you're entertaining, you're pouring wine. I don't know how to pour wine. Can you give me the tip on how to make sure I'm pouring wine and I look right doing it right? No, because I feel like I'm not doing it the right way.
You're totally doing it the right way.
Is it just right? Because I saw someone pour champagne and there was like
in the glass. You are totally solid.
So we're not worrying about how we look doing this, right?
No,
so, okay.
I mean, I find that people get so uptight around this time of year, and you should totally just enjoy the time that you're doing it. First thing in the morning today, I'm going to pour myself a mimosa. When I get home, I'm going to start cooking. It should be a fantastic time, and you shouldn't worry about.
Can we use this for mimosas?
Absolutely.
So why don't we take a taste of this one?
Yeah, absolutely. So like I said, this is Franciacorta. It's a really, really great sparkling wine. Right. It's especially nice if you're entertaining, if you have Italian roots, to bring something like this in. So cheers.
All right, cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving. We didn't even clink. Is that bad luck?
Apparently there's no rules, so I think it's good luck. So it tastes very similar to a champagne. It's a little more winey than your traditional champagne.
It's definitely a little bit more winey. Yeah, so then this one is...
And you don't want to be more winey on Thanksgiving unless it's actual wine.
No, because your relatives are going to be all the winey ones.
Okay, so the next one.
Okay, so this is a rosé. People are starting to kind of get away from rosé now because the cooler weather is going to start coming around. But rosé is a really, really good food wine. It's got a nice acidity to it, and it pairs especially well with poultry. So if you happen to have a bottle of this around today, make sure you grab it. If you don't, get a couple of bottles just to have around this time of year.
It's a little bit lighter, not sweet at all.
No, it's not sweet at all.
And I have to point out, when I go buy wine, I have to admit that I shop with my eyes first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this bottle is definitely a bottle I would pick up. We're running out of time, so let's get to these last two wines.
So this is a New York State Riesling. I recently had a conversation with somebody. Oh, if you enjoy wine, is there a wine from New York State that you must try? And we all kind of agreed that New York State Riesling is a must-try. So if you have to taste California Chardonnay, California Cabernet, New York, this is the signature grape in New York right now.
It's very crisp.
Very crisp, but this one's dry, so it's really, really nice.
All right, the last one.
The Cru Beaujolais. There are 10 crus in Beaujolais. This is Côte de Brouilly, which refers to the vineyard near Mount Brouilly, which is a now extinct volcano. So it should taste kind of minerally, but also very fruity.
And
really
very smooth.
Very smooth, and really, really, really good with turkey and duck.
I have to say, I think this might be my favorite.
It's a killer one.
And I also like that we have, the wine glasses for other people, but I think I'll drink out of this goblet today.
So I think the rest of our next half an hour is pretty set.
Yeah, and of course, you're going to be back in our second helping. We'll be talking about an after-dinner spirit to have to sort of wrap everything up. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Cheers to you on this Thanksgiving,
Cheers.
Kelly.
Happy Thanksgiving.